The Common Core State Standards and Next Generation Science Standards expect a high achievement of all students, including English language learners. So the project is focusing on language learning opportunities as well as demands as the English language learners engage in standards.
So it was a matter of really thinking about how science presents both challenges and opportunities for language learners.
The standards actually capitalize on the emerging literature in content areas and second language acquisition. That traditionally second language acquisition would be looking at discrete elements of a vocabulary and grammar. And science, for example, would be looking at knowing the knowledge and understanding the facts and all that. What the new standards are expecting is doing with language. As the students engage in the practice of science, students also learn English or language because they are doing with the language.
If you think about language learning as developing the capability to do what you want to do with language, that's very different from thinking about language learning as learning more vocabulary and getting the grammar better. Those things come along, of course, too, and they're needed. And in particular in science, there's particular scientific language and ways of saying things that scientists use. So in fact, in the science classroom, every student is a language learner. We also think that science has particular opportunities for language learners, partly because you're handling real stuff in the classroom, so there's something real to talk about. There are, if you read a science textbook, there's not just words, there's diagrams, there's equations maybe, there's graphs and charts. So there are other ways of conveying information that are not pure language text. And in fact, every student has to learn to coordinate those various sources of information, put them together to develop a coherent understanding that incorporates all those pieces. But for the language learner, the pieces which are not as text heavy sometimes are the path into the material.
We thought that it would be fun to do a conceptual piece that lays the conceptual grounding for our work, not only just our work, but for the whole project, for the Understanding Language Initiative. And that's the motivation of doing piece, digging into conceptually what are the language demands and what are the language opportunities for not only second language acquisition, but also content areas across science, math, and English language arts.